Hi guys, well it's request time. I've received a lot of requests for this recipe recently. It seems a lot of people are into baking at the moment. They want to know how to make cakes and other things like that. So today I'm going to show you an all-time classic. With a few basic ingredients and a little bit of time and effort in the kitchen, you'll come out with something absolutely fabulous. It's time for my chocolate pound cake on the One Pot Chef. Chocolate pound cake is so delicious. It is so easy to throw together. There's only a handful of ingredients and it's just a bit of pottering around in the kitchen, which is great if you want to do something nice and sweet on a weekend. So in our saucepan, we have 1.5 cups of caster sugar. We have 150 grams of butter, or in this case I'm actually using margarine because I'm all out of butter at the moment. It works just as well. Half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda or baking soda, and 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, which I've just popped into there. And I'm going to add 1 cup of cold water. Now, over a low heat, we're just going to mix these together until all the sugar is melted, and then we'll move on. It's been a few minutes, and as you can see, the sugar is dissolved and the butter is melted, and we've got this lovely chocolate syrup here. So what we're going to do now is put the temperature up to high, and we're going to allow it to come to the boil, and then reduce it down to medium and let it simmer for a couple of minutes, or until the mixture has doubled in size. As you can see, that's all frothed up, that's ready to come off the heat. We're going to transfer this into a large mixing bowl and allow it to cool for about 15 minutes. The chocolate syrup has been cooling in this bowl for about 15 minutes, and we're going to add in 1.5 cups of self-raising flour. Now, of course, if you don't have self-raising flour, you are welcome to use regular flour. You can simply add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder in as well, and that'll make it rise. I'm also adding in 2 eggs, and we're just going to whisk this in until it's all smooth and pale. And that's all mixed together there. That's nice and smooth, no lumps, nice and pale. That's ready to go into our cake tin. So let's get transferring. Now I'm using a baking tray, which is 3 centimetres deep, or about 1.5 inches, and it's 27 centimetres long. I've just put some baking paper around it with a bit of length on each of the long ends, that way it's easier to remove the cake at the end. So we're just going to pour this mixture in. That's ready to go into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, 160 degrees if you're using a fan-forced oven. Putting it in for 35 minutes, or until a skewer inserted into the centre of the cake comes out clean. And then we'll leave it in the pan for 10 minutes to cool afterwards, and we're ready to eat. And our chocolate pound cake's been out of the oven for about 10 minutes. We left it in the tin for about 10 minutes so it would finish firming up and finish cooking. So I've transferred this onto a wire rack. As you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. It's very moist, but it's very dense. I'm going to cut off a slice now just to show you what it looks like. Lovely, look at that. That's beautiful, moist, fluffy sponge. It's absolutely wonderful. So you can eat this pretty much as is. I mean, you could put some frosting or some icing on if you prefer, but I find with pound cake, I find it's beautiful just by itself, and with a cup of coffee, mwah, divine. So I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com, and until next time, see you later.